There's a monster under my bed, and at my window there's a dragon. I accepted the challenge and turned me into a savage. I broke a promise to myself again. I don't know why I am so vulnerable. They try to help, but I won't let them in. I guess rock bottom's where I'm comfortable. Both my feet planted when most people would've panicked. I embraced the storm. I found beauty in what was damaged. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman. Instead I look at him like he's a friend. There's not a monster out there in the world that's scarier than the one that's within. There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Not to say this, no, but I'm hated, so my religious freaks say I'm the biggest beast and that I made it grow. When I spray this flow, I created mo. Creatures are like when I heat up the mic, I'm a breed of the night, but I'm tainted though. By the darkness I'm binded, I sparked it and shined it. They find it cause mine is woe. But that they label me a demon seed. Wanna disable, need to see them bleed. Hinder me fatally and see them grieve, no. You would not believe the creature inside me if you deceive Khalifa's lively. We disagree when people defy me or try to take his. Whatever the fucker retort them, you don't wanna wake this. You forsake his with a sacred, then it's over no matter what your faith is. I'm a creature.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Yeah, I managed to get myself in trouble, all of this pain. Yeah, I'm damn in the dope, but dose of liquor's always to blame. If I could keep myself sober, I keep my hands to myself. I take a shot and it's over, that's how I end up in hell. I hope I don't pass it down to my offspring. They get everything from their daddy, feel like I'm addicted to all things. And there's no reason to change, gone too far now. And I'm stuck in my ways, back at the bar now. They say I'm a virgin, they right, I ain't perfect, alright. So when I'm thirsty and perking and purposely searching for something that's hurting me so I just can't pack up and go, I just back out of it slow. That's how it go, I knock the back out the hole. What next like I don't know. I think he be laughing at me, hands be grabbing at me. Feel like God let it happen to me, dad be blasphemy and these be a tab naturally. I think I better let it go. Either that or I gotta let it know. I can't do that.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Turn 3 Racing Network Sunday night RFC NextGen K&N Series action. It's the National Autistic Society 130 presented by Damon Cox, driver of that 57 Chevy Parker Menards K&N Series machine. And I tell you what, we are in for an absolute treat here tonight. Lance Yancey in that 77 sitting on atop of the speed charts here in a happy hour. We have about 4 minutes remaining here before the drivers will get set for their 10-minute qualifying session here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. As the countdown to green continues, we'll throw up a little bit of your track information for you, brought to you by Rickmotech Racing Simulators. Go on over to rickmotech.com, checking them on out. All your racing sim needs, from screens, triple mounts, wheels, rigs, the whole 9 yards. Go over there, checking them on out. Rickmotech Racing Simulators. They'll hook you up, that's for sure. Tonight's race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway gonna be a treacherous one here on this newer tire model for a lot of the drivers. Heard a lot of drivers talking about not being able to abuse that right front in the first 3 or 4 laps, otherwise your car could end up junk throughout the rest of the run. We're going to throw your points standings to you, get some of the official business out of the way with 3 races remaining here in the season for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. KD Osmond, that's right, Dale at the top of the point standings. He's got a small margin of error between him and Troy Radford. Troy has been fast in his 49 machine all season long as well, just 14 points back. Gordon Larson Jr. sitting right there in third with a long shot, but mathematically not technically out of it just yet, but needs a ton of help and a ton of hurt for the drivers in front of him. Small battles throughout the rest of the point standings. 4th and 5th right there with each other. Doug Wasaki, Chris Medford. And I mean, there's battles all over. Damon Cox, Corey Walters, Chris Bird, Brian Maskell Jr., all those drivers right there with each other. Ray Radford could jump inside the top 17, 18, possibly 16 by the end of the season. So a lot of things could be shaken up here in your point standings over these final 3 races for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. And these drivers have been laying down some pretty fast laps out there right now. I mean, they have been absolutely on it. Lance Yancey sitting at top of the speed charts with a 30.289. We see a lot of the drivers down there on track right now, already shaking down their car, trying to see what they've got underneath the hood for the final time, maybe getting a little bit of drafting practice in. So we'll head on down trackside, see what's shaking out down here. Looks like Damon Cox right here beside excuse me, sorry about that, right there beside the 00 of Roy Hyde. These 2 drivers well known to each other out of the Dirty Air Racing stable here in the RFC NextGen K&N Series. Both of those drivers part of the NextGen Racing side of things. Nice wide screen shot showing these cars working their way off of 2 and down the back stretch. The 57 of Damon Cox running on the inside, not really pushing the envelope either of these drivers as happy hour is coming to a close. About 30 seconds left here before we switch on over for qualifying. So we're going to take a quick, I don't know, maybe it's about a 15-20 second break here, but nonetheless, we will be right back with all your qualifying action here live on Turn 3 Racing Network. I told you, and just like that, we're back. Just a little brief moment here so we could get some things worked out over on the production side as we head off into our qualifying session. 3 seconds remaining, and yellow flag will fly here on Happy Hour. Green flag waiting to be displayed. Who's going to go out first and try to take that top spot here for the National Autistic Society 130, presented by Damon Cox here, and green flag for qualifying being displayed. The 86 of Travis Arthur, one of the first drivers out there to hit the racing surface. Chris Berg in his 67 also sitting at the end of pit road. Derek Robinson in the 38, he's begun his time laps. Lance Yancey, KD Osmond also out on their out lap. As we continue to watch the 86 of Travis Arthur make his way down the back stretch on his first timed lap. Where will he slot in? No driver hitting that first timed lap on the board just yet. Do have quite a few out there. Roy Hyde also joining the drivers on track. Travis Arthur going to go to the top of the speed charts for the time being, so as that develops, we'll go ahead and throw it over here on the left-hand side of your screen for you. Derek Robinson sitting in second. Lance Yancey still out there on his time lap. We'll give you a little bit of qualifying information for you with your drivers. KD Osmond able to sneak into that second spot. Thomas Light to the top of the speed charts now in his 98. Thomas missing in action last week. Took some rest and relaxation. Gonna take a look around, see who else is out there. Gordon Larson Jr. out there on his time lap. Looks like Roy Hyde is actually on a time lap, but seems a little off pace. Let's check in with Roy, see what, and Roy pulling a fast one here on everybody. Gonna qualify backwards here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I tell you what, that's probably a tougher task than what you think, driving backwards here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Nonetheless, KD Osmond now at the top of the speed charts. We'll go up here and take a look at the 94 of Joshua Caudill as he comes around for his first time lap. Where will he shake out this time by? Looks like we've got about 10 drivers out of the 25 plus that are scheduled to race here tonight out there making a qualifying run already. Brian Mescal Jr. in his 33 machine slotting in the 5th position. The 94 of Joshua Caudill works his way off of 4 back through the tri-oval, crossing the stripe. Where is he going to slot in for this lap right here? We'll have to see. Only good enough for 11th. He's going to have to pick up a ton here on his second lap. There you see him hugging that blue line all the way through 1 and 2, off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Looking good here on this second lap. '94 going to cross the line for the second time. Where will that shake him out here in qualifying? We'll have to wait and see. Up to 9th. Not good enough to dethrone KD Osmond sitting on top of the speed charts. That's him. That's the man of the hour right now in that 88 machine. And I tell you what, looks like Roy Hyde has elected to maybe try a real qualifying lap. He has brought it back down pit road, resetting that 00 machine. KD Osmond also going to pull it down to pit lane. Going to do a little burnout session there for you down on pit lane. No other drivers out there on track. Scratch that. Looks like the 6 machine of Eric Blount getting up to speed for a qualifying lap as we work our way halfway through this 10-minute qualifying session here for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. Gonna watch as Eric takes the green flag for the first of his 2 timed laps. Eric hugging that blue line already on his first time lap Interesting to see him not up the track a little bit, running the middle, maybe keeping a little bit of more RPM in this thing. Got to be careful about overcooking that right front, even on these qualifying laps. There you see him washing up big time through 3 right here. Going to give up some time, and he's going to shut it down already, knowing that it wasn't going to be what it needed to be. So we'll take a look-see elsewhere, see if anybody else is out there on track. No other drivers out making a qualifying run as we sit right now. So Katie Osmond going to sit on top of the provisional pole with about 4.5 minutes remaining. Chris Berg right there with his time lapse in, only good enough for second here tonight. Troy Radford fast 49 right there in third position, and he has got to finish in front of that 88. He has got not very much time left. He has got limited time. It is down to the wire for Radford here. 14 points behind in the point standings. And every position matters from here on out. And that is a premium here for Katie Osmond, sitting on top of your provisional pole with about 3.5 minutes, somewhere right in that range. I can see it now. 3:45 out there in the chat. Yep. I don't know how to read either sometimes, guys. You know how it is. Well, with everybody looking like they're satisfied with the way they're going to be lining up for tonight's race here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, the National Autistic Society 130 presented by Damon Cox here on Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to go ahead and throw it to a commercial. We'll keep our eye on track, see if we need to come back before we head down trackside for our nation's anthem. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back live trackside. Qualifying already in the books. Your starting lineup for tonight's race gonna look like this. Starting pole position inside row number 1, the 88 of K.D. Osmond, followed by the 67 of Chris Berg. Row number 2, the 49 of Troy Radford, and the 77 of Lance Yancey. Row number 3 here tonight, the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and the 86 of Travis Arthur. Row number 4, the 1 of Dustin Ping, followed by the 98 of Thomas Light. Row number 5 here, the 94 of Joshua Caudle and the 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. gonna round out your top 10 for the National Autistic Society 130 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Row number 6, the 38 of Derek Robinson and the 00 of Roy Hyde. Row number 7, the 14 of Corey Walters and the 17 of Alan Westman. Row number 8, the 21 of Jeffrey Vandervoort and the 19 of Rick Reinert. Row number 9, the 57 of Damon Cox and the 46 of Justin Walters. Row number 10, the 84 of Chris Mefford and the 34 of Douglas Wasaki. Row number 11, the 6 of Eric Blunt and the 45 of Brian Snare. Row number 12, the 22 of Cody Terry and the 83 of Brandon Medford. Row 13, the 44 of Adam Novak, followed by the 3 of Michael Massengill. Row 14, rounding out your field here tonight, the 47 of Ray Radford. That's going to do it for the starting lineup here today. 130 laps around this 1.4 mile D-shaped oval track, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Get your guns ready. It's time to fire this thing on off. Get it done proper like K.D. Osmond, your points leader, sitting at the pole right now. Pace car off. We're ready to go racing here Sunday night on Turn 3 Racing Network. Are you ready? Let's go. Green flag in the air. K.D. Osmond fires off here on the inside lane, but outside Chris Berg with a great start of the race. Gonna stay even going into Turn 1. Now falling back just a little bit off of turn number 2. Osmond digging down on the bottom. Help coming with him. Lance Yancey still right there in third. Troy Radford in fourth. Brian Mescal Jr. still running in fifth as Osmond still trying to take a hold of that lead. Berg pushing that high side a little bit loose. Oh, almost contact between cars on the front stretch. They head off back down into turn number 1 now with K.D. Osmond with a comfortable 0.3 of a second lead over Lance Yancey. Chris Berg now trying to get that spot back. Troy Radford right there on his heels. Front of the field all over each other. You see the cars fanning out in the back. Everybody down and away. Great start of the race for the entire field so far here tonight. We are watching Troy Radford try to keep his machine in front of Brian Mescal Jr. Lance Yancey right there as well. They are closing in on Chris Berg very fast. Radford to the bottom. He's going to take the position from... Wow, that is a different machine there for Lance Yancey. Used to seeing that all yellow machine, but I'm liking what I'm seeing right there. Eat 'em up, Lance. In the 77 machine, sitting in fourth position right now. Looks like K.D. Osmond well and away, almost to a 1 second lead now over second place. A little further through the field, we'll keep our eye back here around this 7th, 8th position as we've got a small battle between Travis Arthur, Thomas Light right there on the inside in his 98 machine, just behind the 1 of Dustin Ping, running in 6th. Derek Robinson right back there in 10th position, holding that top 10 down. A little bit of issue right there. We'll switch around. There you go. That's how all that takes place and happens. Just like that. All the drivers looking like they're pretty much single file will shake back out up here at the front of the field. Katie Osmond is pretty much well in a way. Oh, three-wide battle it looks like here with Brian Maskell Jr., Dustin Ping, Troy Radford. Those drivers all right there on top of each other still, side by side, racing from third back to sixth position now. Your top two have scooted away from the field. Katie Osmond got clear and has opened up a half a second lead over Chris Berg, who has about a second over this little four-car tango right here with Travis Arthur and Thomas Light in tow. So make that about a 5-6 car tango. He's not very far back to find the next driver in line. Gordon Larson Jr. sitting right there just inside the top 10 in the 9th position as we're still green flag racing here. Lap number 7 out of 130 here tonight in the National Autistic Society 130. Lance Yancey able to scoot away just a little bit there from Troy Radford in this long train of cars. That is from 4th position all the way back to about 12th, all running with each other. The 86 of Travis Arthur way up in turn number 3 there. He's going to give up a little bit of time. That's going to allow Thomas Light to work that inside lane, make the pass there. They'll run side by side for 8th position now with Gordon Larson Jr. prevailing on the bottom line. Arthur going backwards on the high side. He's going to slot in now just behind Gordon Larson Jr. as they head back into turn number 3. Brian Maskell Jr. right here knocking on the door of the top 5. Right there on the gearbox of Dustin Ping trying to make his way inside the top 5. And I tell you what, let's go down with one of our onboard cameras here with Brian Maskell Jr. as he makes his way around this track. Oh my goodness. And it didn't like that at all. I wonder what the issue is with that. Never ceases to amaze me sometimes. We'll try another way. Let's see if we can go back on board now. See if we got everything worked out. There you go. Got it all figured out, worked out. Brian Maskell Jr. right there on Dustin Ping's rear bumper, trying to push his way back up towards the front. Lance Yancey has closed the gap between himself and Chris Berg. Chris Berg has, however, given up about 0.2 of a second, and my goodness, I wonder, it just doesn't like the front stretch for some reason right now. Very, very tough break there. Brian Maskell Jr. still trying to take the spot away, not being able to just yet. Troy Radford under fire as well. What in the world? Brian Maskell Jr. still trying to take the spot away from Dustin Ping. Not able to do it just yet as we are still green flag racing here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Autistic Society 130 presented by Damon Cox. Now looking to the inside is Brian Maskell Jr. down into turn number 1. Can he make the pass? Trying to. Not going to get there just yet, but still on the verge now, has a little bit of the advantage working down the back stretch. Still side by side for the 5th spot. Brian Maskell Jr. finally prevailing down there on the bottom lane out of turn number 4. He's going to work himself now into the 4th position, try to go up there and take the 3rd spot away from Lance Yancey, who's having a very strong run in his 7 machine, up there running in the 3rd position as they are right now on track. Lap 16 out of 130 scheduled here tonight in the National Autistic Society 130 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 17 laps now in the book. We've still got 114 laps remaining. These drivers about getting close to halfway here on a fuel run. They're going to get about 35 to 40 laps on the fuel, but the tires are going to be well and worn by then. Is there going to be anybody that tries to short pit this thing, possibly turn it into a 3-stopper instead of just a 2-stop? We'll have to wait and see. Now Brian Muskell Jr. scooting away from Dustin Ping, falling into the clutches of Troy Radford, Gordon Larson Jr. Just behind them, Thomas Light, Jeffrey Vandervoort, Alan Westman working his way just inside that final top 10 position. There you see him in that bright red and yellow machine, just behind Jeffrey Vandervoort and his 21. Up the track, my goodness, bit of a moment there, way up the track. A little further back through the field, and you can still see battles all over the place. This is back for 15th, 16th, 17th. Look at the line of cars back through here. Travis Arthur, Chris Medford, Eric Blount, Derek Robinson, Cody Terry. Roy Hyatt and his 00 right there in the mix of it as well. So battles all over the field. Your top 3 have been able to walk away just a little bit. 1.8 seconds separates your top 3 seconds back to the 4th place runner, Brian Muskell Jr. No real battle at the front 4 position right now, so we're going to stick with this little scrum. Oh, and into the wall. It looks like Travis Arthur into the wall right here. Is he going to be able... Oh, and contact with Rick Reiner. Those 2 cars beating and banging. The 14's going to get caught up. He's going to spin. Oh my goodness. Nowhere to go. That's a tough break for Corey Walters. A lot of drivers involved in this, so we'll take a look back at this one time. We'll get it all queued up, ready to go for you. We'll throw it to our Turn 3 replay. Looking at the 14 here, there you see the trouble in front of him. He's trying to check up, and oh, somebody just comes into the back of him, and then 86 T-bones him. Oh, and oh my goodness, Damon Cox also involved. The 44 of Adam Novak involved. A lot of drivers in this early here. We'll take one more look at it from the blimp cam now, this time by, and we'll see what all happened right in front. There you see Arthur trying to get off the wall down into the 19. 19's beating and banging off of him. The 14 gets spun. 83 into him. 86 back in. 19 finally involved. Oh, there's Adam Novak. Nowhere to go. Damon Cox. Nowhere to go. My goodness. That is a tough one to watch. The field works its way back to the pace car. KD Osmond sitting at the front of the field, gonna bring everybody down pit road this time by as we work our way under caution number 1 here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lap 22 out of 130. We have only had one leader of the race, and that's the man at the front of the field moving down pit road, KD Osmond. Can he keep the lead coming off a pit road? We'll wait and find out. See what happens. Nobody electing to stay out. Everybody. Interesting shot gonna come down pit road. No two tire takers. Looks like Cody Terry missed his pit. He's gonna drive all the way through pit road. So Cody Terry gonna have the lead for a moment, but Katie Osmond will inherit that, I'm sure, as Terry gonna make a pit stop this next time by. We'll wait and see how it all shakes out here for just a brief moment. But I do believe that 22 is gonna wanna come down pit road. I don't think it's a question of wanna. He's gonna have to. If otherwise, I mean, he's a sitting duck. The entire field came down pit road, got tires very early in a race. Nah, don't make that. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. With that being said, we're going to take a quick commercial break here at Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with all your racing action live here on Turn 3 Racing Network. Back live here at Charlotte Motor Speedway Field, making their way down the backstretch as the pace car lights are off. Ford Mustang gonna move on out the way and let the real cars battle it out on track. Katie Osmond and his 88 machine gonna retain the race lead and restart this thing as soon as the pace car hits pit road. Brian Maskell Jr. going to line up just behind him. Chris Berg out there to his outside. Lance Yancey in his 77 machine going to try to give Berg a shot here on the restart. Osmond hits the gas and we're back racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brian Maskell Jr. not getting a very good start. Chris Berg able to slot down on the inside in that second spot fairly easily here on this restart. Everything looks pretty much clean looking down through the field. Gonna get a little bit of a wider angle here. Brian Maskell Jr. able to keep that third position. Lance Yancey right there in the 77, almost into the wall right behind him as he made his way off of 4. Gonna lose a ton of time. Thomas Light now side by side as Lance Yancey gonna fall through the field. Now back to 5th. 21 of Jeffrey Vandervoort digging on the bottom as Lance Yancey gonna lose more ground down the back stretch and into turn number 3. Brian Maskell Jr. right there heating up. Second position up at the front. Chris Berg has got a problem to deal with as Maskell Jr. looks to the outside, not gonna make it work. Slotting in line now, working back through 1 and 2. These two try to run down your leader at the front, the 88 of Katie Osmond. There you see the wounded and damaged 57 of Damon Cox coming back onto the track nice and clean and clear. No issues for anybody. Damon gonna try to grit it on out and see what his race can hold for him. Brian Maskell Jr. able to get right there to the bumper of Chris Berg, but not able to make the pass yet. 3 laps in tow and nowhere to go. That 33 machine. Oh, Alan Westman down through the Roval portion there. Big time little skirmish for these drivers. Back here running about 6th and 7th. Eric Blount involved. He is running the high side now. Dustin Ping just in front of him. That could have been a big time moment right there. Drivers scattering on that front stretch, utilizing the runoff now. Used to be grass right there, but we'll see it this time by with Alan Westman driving. There you see, went through that red fake grass right there, right at the Roval portion of this Charlotte Motor Speedway. So luckily for Westman, he was able to do that, get a little bit of incident points, but nonetheless, no harm, no foul. He'll continue on as Brian McSkill Jr. still trying to make the pass, but not able to do it just yet. We'll continue to watch a few other battles out there on track. Cody Terry now looking to the inside. Caution is out. Michael Massengill involved. The 3 machine around on the backstretch. We'll cue it up here one time with the turn 3 replay. Machine a little bit high there. Looks like he's fine and dandy. Maybe a little bit of help down this backstretch. And oh yes, looks like there was some contact there involving the car behind him. We'll back it up. Take another look here from the blimp. And there you see right there, just turning him a little bit. And oh, into the inside wall. Almost. Oh my. Oh! Travis Arthur nowhere to go. We'll take one more look at that from the cockpit now. My goodness. Driving, finding it. Oh, just gets turned almost over. Spinning, wall. Spinning. Trying to stop, nowhere to go. Big time moment there for Michael Massengill. A few other drivers are a little bit worse for wear here tonight. My goodness. Second caution here tonight for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. Live here from Charlotte Motor Speedway Field. Beginning their way down pit road. Few of the drivers electing to come down. Few of them staying out. Gordon Larson Jr., one of the drivers, staying out this time. 9 laps on his tires. I don't think that's enough to really wanna have to need a come to pit road for tires, but I don't know. I'm a fan of 4 fresh ones anytime I can have them. Sights and sounds here from Charlotte Motor Speedway as the field begins to work their way back down the backstretch. We'll get the one to go this time by, so the field will get double file when we hit the starting line. Second caution here tonight in the National Autistic Society 130 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. 130 laps scheduled here in tonight's official race distance. We have made 33 laps, 98 still remaining. 2 leaders so far here tonight. Katie Osmond has led the majority of those 30 laps in tow for him. Gordon Larson Jr. leading the last 2 laps here due to some tire and fuel strategy. We'll have to wait and see if it pans out for him later on here tonight. Field gonna get the one to go this time by, and we'll get ready to go green flag racing once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Ford Mustang lights are out. It's gonna hit pit road this time by. Gordon Larson Jr. will have control over the field on this restart. Dustin Ping gonna start right behind him. Brian Maskell Jr. back there. Third car inside row. Thomas Light out there. Third car outside row. Katie Osmond gonna have to wait for somebody else for the first time tonight, and he gets caught sleeping. Gordon Larson Jr. with a jump. Osmond sleeping at the wheel. Now has to deal with Dustin Ping down there on the inside. No advantage going into one. Now Osmond pulling forward through the center of 1 and 2. Almost contact there between Berg and Ping as they work their way off of turn number 2. Brian Maskell Jr. right there in tow. Thomas Light, Eric Blount right there as well. Jeffrey Vandervoort, Alan Westman. Your top 10, Lance Yancey right there in his 77 machine. Throw a blanket over the top 10. They're all within 1.2 seconds of each other. My, side-by-side racing still after the restart. Brian Maskell Jr. now right on the bumper of Chris Berg. That is very, very close. A few other battles out there on track still going on as we speak. Travis Arthur right there trying to make his way up inside the top 20. Running in the 20th position right now is Justin Walters. Travis Arthur right there, just about a tenth of a second off, so trying to break in inside the top 20. Here is Travis Arthur after tough break there. Last caution, you've seen him involved into the inside retaining wall, and now looking for the race lead once again. Katie Osmond digging, looking on the inside, puts a nose there, not able to keep it there through 3 and 4. Crossing the line and still in the hunt for the lead. He can smell it, he wants it once again. Osmond right on the bumper of Gordon Larson Jr. Jr. up toward the outside wall off of 2. They'll continue single file down the back stretch, looking to the inside of Thomas Light. At the back of this front pack is Alan Westman, not able to get it just yet. Now side by side through Westman gonna pull the pass off, coming off of 4. Gordon Larson Jr. able to still keep K.D. Osmond behind him, and Troy Radford has got to like what he sees, because Troy not where he wants to be at the moment. He has found himself back in a scrum of cars, running in the 12th position, all single file, so nowhere to go for Radford, and he needs to make up some spots if he wants to have a better chance at stealing the championship away here with just the final 3 races at hand. Osmond digging at the front now with a nose underneath there. Oh my goodness, right behind them. What was that? Brian Maskell Jr. around caution out. We'll have to back that up. We'll cue it up one time, see what happened with our turn 3 replay. Oh, and Brian Mescal Jr. looks like he hooked the 67 a little bit. We'll back it up one more time, take another look at it from a different angle, see if we can see anything here. Looks like maybe just a push gone sour. Brian Mescal Jr. looking to the inside, nose underneath just a little bit, right there pushing that 67 and into the wall and then back into his right rear quarter. Brian Mescal Jr. goes around, no more contact. But my goodness, Chris Berg, he is heavily damaged. We'll watch Chris here. Ooh, that is a hard impact. You can see the wheel tore off of it, hood flapping everywhere. Oh my goodness, look at the carnage involved here. Wow, my goodness, big moment, big wreck for the field. As we will rejoin the race up at the front with your race leader as he works his way down a pit lane here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Katie Osmond gonna pull into the first pit stall. There you see the heavily damaged machine of Chris Berg sitting in that second stall. He's going to lose a ton of time and a ton of ground after that hard impact here tonight. Dustin Ping looks like he pulled a little bit of strategy here. Looks like timing and scoring showing right side only. Right side and gas, I should say. Nobody's going to get just right sides and no gas. You might as well put some fuel in the thing. So Dustin Ping with a strategy move here. He's going to try to see if that's the ticket, see if it can help his chances. Was running in the top 5 anyway, so why not gamble? Why not try? See if the clean air will help out with the 2-tire strategy as well. You know that's a big factor as well. I don't think he would have pulled it if he wasn't sure he'd get the lead off of making that move. But nonetheless, he finds himself in that top spot. Pace car lights are still on. As the field receives the 2 to go here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. back live, Charlotte Motor Speedway, RFC NextGen K&N Series live here on Turn 3 Racing Network Field. Going into turn number 3, pace car will duck off this time. You know what they say, cautions breed cautions. Things are bound to happen. A lot of cars involved in that latest one. We'll get to the rundown on that. Excuse me, we'll get to the rundown on that momentarily as we wait to watch and see how Dustin Ping in this two-tire strategy pays off. Down and away he goes, and we're back. Green flag racing once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Dustin Ping with a great start on those two tires. Gordon Larson Jr. with a good start as well. Now Eric Blount, where did he come from? All the way up into third using the high line now. Alan Westman also inside the top 5. There you see that bright colored 17 machine slotting in that 5th position. Now everybody single file up at the front, but big run through 3 and 4. Katie Osmond now all over the bumper of that one machine. Looking for the pass, but not able to do it. Had the momentum, had to back out through 1 and 2. He'll regroup, drag race down the backstretch to turn 3. Ping with the spot. Going into 3, keeps it through the center. Now Osmond with a surge back to the rear deck lid. Not going to be there just yet at the stripe, but looking to his outside quarter now at the door, falling back through the entry of 1. The battle for the top spot still raging on, but we've got 3-4 cars battling just behind him for 3rd, 4th, 5th. Alan Westman, Gordon Larson Jr., Jeffrey Vandervoort, Eric Blount. They're all tangled for a 4-car battle. That is for 3rd, from 3rd to 7th. Now Osmond to the inside, finally with a nose. He's going to have the spot going into 1. I believe that's going to be Osmond at the line. He's going to take it back into 1 on the bottom. Back to the point once again goes that 88 machine down the back stretch as we continue under green flag conditions. Lap 48 out of 130 here tonight at the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the National Autistic Society 130. I tell you what, why not? Let's give you something you love, something I love. Let's try it one time. Let's see if we can't turn it up here tonight. You have got to love that here on Turn 3 Racing Network. Turn it up action here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Your top three well and away, but Alan Westman is heating up Dustin Pink for that second spot. We are watching the 4-car battle back here. That is Gordon Larson Jr., the 83 of Brandon Medford right there. 21 of Jeffrey Vandervoort with a push from Cody Terry just behind these drivers as well. My goodness, this is quite a, oh my goodness, car up and over and around. That is the 83 of Brandon Medford, I believe, who is up and over that time by. We'll take another look at it here with our Turn 3 replay. There you see Medford, oh, turn into the wall. And there he goes. We'll back it up one more time, get a different angle on it here for you. 83 down there digging on the bottom. Looks like everything's fine, trying to come up through the tri-oval. Everything well and good as of now. Trying to come up, just not clear, into the wall and up on it. Over he goes. Thomas Light involved. Heavy damage. Oh, Lance Yancey, heavy contact. Looks like Roy Hyde also involved. One more look from the blimp here. A lot of cars involved in this one. Here we see Roy Hyde back in the back. Away from everything. You'll see it all happen in front of him. There you see cars everywhere. Roy trying to get slowed into that outside wall. Heavy contact with that left front suspension for Roy Hyde. So tough break for him. Rest of the car looks like it's pretty clean and clear. So we will rejoin the field at the front with KD Osmond, your race leader, bringing the drivers back down pit road once again as we look down from some of the pit boxes here on pit road. KD leading the field. Alan Westman into his box first. Rest of your race leaders gonna make their way into their boxes. Osmond down and away. Can he win it off of pit road? Looked like he's going to win the race off of pit road, but he's not going to have the race lead. Joshua Caudle, it looks like, actually won the race off of pit road. Not sure how he snuck that one on by us. Possibly didn't hit pit road there. Not quite sure how that all happened, but now Joshua Caudle being scored on the race lead. Well, with the race lead, no, KD Osmond now going back by. Sometimes timing scoring gets a little bit whacked out here on iRacing.com, and there's nothing you can really do about it except deal with what you're dealt with. KD Osmond dealing with the field pretty well here tonight, leading 42 laps already as we continue under caution here tonight. 74 laps remaining, and it looks like Joshua Caudle waiting on being able to pit here, not wanting to get a black flag, just waiting there at the end of pit road. So interesting little deal here. Drivers not wanting to get a black flag because that could ruin your night pretty quick. 30 seconds sitting in pit road while the field is running around here at 180 miles an hour plus. You find yourself back through the field one lap down, if not two, by the time you hit the racing track once again. Your race leader, KD Osmond, going to bring the field back to the green flag, but he's going to have a fast 17 of Alan Westman sitting right there with him on this latest restart. So Westman has made his way up through the field here tonight. We'll take a look at a little bit of what Allen has been able to do here tonight. Allen right there, you see it, started way back in the 14th position here tonight, has driven his way up to the second position. Great job so far out there by Westman, keeping his car clean and clear of any of the trouble as he sits in that second spot. Gonna start outside row number one for this latest restart. Wave around being received. The 19 of Rick Reiner will make his way back around to the rear of the field. Pace car lights are off. And while we find ourselves under caution, let's go ahead and do this house cleaning while we can. 27 drivers took to tonight's starting grid. We have still got 22. 27 took to the starting grid. We have still got 22 out of there on track. Rick Reiner receiving the lucky dog, but he is still going to find himself 10 laps down. We have still got 19 cars on the lead lap. Derek Robinson, running in the 20th position, finds himself in the lucky dog spot, 1 lap down. Your race leader, K.D. Osmond, has had control of the field the majority of the night. Only 3 different race leaders. Osmond with 44 laps in tow and looking to make it more. Pace car will duck off this time by, and we'll get set to go back. Green flag racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. There it is, down and away. Back. Green flag racing once again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Alan Westman gets a pretty good start on the outside, but that outside lane just not the place to be. On the restarts, we'll have to wait and see if maybe the leader decides to take that outside lane to see how well it really does get a true good restart. Lance Yancey's still out there on track after damaging that front end in the latest caution. So good to see that 77 not getting too much trouble and too much hurt. Able to continue on here tonight. Osmond back to familiar territory, back at the point, nothing in front in the competition, getting smaller in his rear view mirror. He continues to lead the race. Alan Westman right there trying to close the distance. Dustin Ping, after a 4-tire stop, able to maintain position after a 2-tire gamble there. After a quick caution here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, he's going to be able to keep hold of the 3rd spot. Gordon Larson Jr. now running in the top 5. He's looking to get back up there at the front of the field. Oh, big wreck behind. Big time wreck behind. My goodness, a lot of cars involved. Looks like the 21 of Jeffrey Vandervoort involved. My goodness, we'll take a look back here really fast, see what happened here. Troy Radford right there around all of this mess as well. Just behind him it happens. Oh my goodness, look at Vandervoort up on top of another car. We'll take another look at it here. As it looks like that's the 77 of Lance Yancey getting turned. Then Vandervoort goes up on top of the 34 into the wall. Then back into each other go those 2 cars. My goodness, that is some heavy damage here. We'll ride along with Jeffrey. There you see 77 getting a little loose. There's a contact. Almost up and over. Still almost up and over. Finally down and around. What a ride there. What a ride. Man, oh man. Rejoining the field up at the front now, Alan Westman. There you see him with the race lead behind the pace car as K.D. Osmond has hit pit road. Gordon Larson Jr., Brian Mescal Jr., Troy Radford, Travis Arthur, Damon Cox, Justin Walters, Roy Hyde, Thomas Light, pretty much the entire field except your top 4 decided to hit pit road that time by. So we'll keep it simple, stupid. Alan Westman, Dustin Bing, Eric Blount, Cody Terry round out your top 4, staying out on track. Under our latest caution here tonight, we work ourselves away around the track. Caution number 5. 15 laps of caution, 5 lead changes so far here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway as the field work their way around the track for lap 64 out of 130 here tonight. We're going to step away for a brief moment here on Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for the National Autistic Society 130 live from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Growing up as a kid in Oklahoma, where I'm from, the Chili Bowl is the biggest race that we have. The Chili Bowl has kind of been my favorite race of the year. Growing up a dirt racer in Oklahoma, that's kind of the holy grail.
Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need to tow back to pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
Possibility of some familiar sounds right there from the crew chief. Heavy contact for a few drivers out here so far here tonight. Charlotte Motor Speedway ready to go back. Green flag racing. Alan Westman hits the loud pedal and we're back racing once again here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Westman leading the last 3 laps under caution. Now with a good restart, finds himself about 0.3 of a second in front of the field. Cody Terry right there in the 4th spot, digging on that inside lane, trying to make a pass. Coming up through the field once again, Brian Mescal Jr., Troy Radford, that 6th and 7th. We'll look back here at this battle right here. Gordon Larson Jr. right there in 5th, having to check up Brian Mescal Jr. down there on the inside lane. He's going to yield the position to Troy Radford. They'll head off into turn number 1 here. Field continues under green flag racing once again after our latest restart. 68 laps in the book out of 130 scheduled here tonight. 63 remaining as Troy Radford now trying to make his way back inside that top 5. Gordon Larson Jr. also hunting a better position. He's running in 5th. Has led a few laps so far here tonight, 9 to be exact. He's looking to make his way back to the point if he can, but leading up at the front right now, Alan Westman has Eric Blount in check. 5/10. That's right, a half a second separates your race leader back to second place. Dustin Bing right there all over Eric Blount's rear bumper. We'll take a look at this battle as Cody Terry in the 22. He's right there to capitalize should anything happen. Battle back through the field. We've got him all the way through 10th, 15th spot. What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? Blount able to keep Ping behind him for the time being, but Cody Terry digging right there on Ping. No rest for the weary up here at the front. Your top 4 still within a second of each other, within actually 0.6 of a second of each other. Back to another 3-car battle. Gordon Larson Jr., Troy Radford, Brian Mescal Jr., and where has KD Osmond went? We'll take a look at the early race leader, Dominic Carr. Early here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, he has found some trouble late here tonight as he is now running in the 12th position out on track. So Osmond finds himself having to run up through the field with it looks like a little bit of front end damage on that right front. We'll see if we can't take a look at it, see if we can't find the camera for it. My goodness, I thought we had one. Maybe we don't, maybe we do. Nonetheless, we'll continue to soldier on as will Osmond. There you see, yep, not the right front, actually driver's side. Left front right there, bent up just a little bit. That's going to play some havoc with the aerodynamics of that machine. The 57 of Damon Cox just in front of him, running in 11th. The 86 of Travis Arthur will round out your top 10. Meanwhile, back at the front, Cody Terry still right there with Dustin Ping trying to make the pass on Eric Blount. That's for second, third, fourth position. Troy Radford now leading Brian Mescal Jr. for 5th and 6th. Gordon Larson Jr. falling through the field now finds himself in 7th. The 98 of Thomas Light, great recovery here tonight, finds himself running in the 8th position. Roy Hyde in 9th. Small battles all throughout the field. Roy Hyde right there on the bumper of Thomas Light. That is for 8th and 9th position. Travis Arthur about a half a second back from them for 10th spot. Your race leader, Alan Westman, continues to stretch his lead, finds himself right at the 0.8 of a second, so not quite a full second, but look at that right in front of him. Lap traffic right there coming in the next lap or two for Alan Westman to have to deal with, and will it slow him up just enough to allow the field to catch up? Can Eric Blount use the slower machine? That 77 of Lance Yancey in danger of going yet another lap down here tonight. Lance being scored 3 laps down as they run. Will Alan Westman hit it at the right time? We'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds, see how the time shrinks and what happens here the next few laps. Troy Radford now closing in on Cody Terry with Brian Mescal Jr. in tow as they have left Gordon Larson Jr. behind. He is now fallen into the clutches of Thomas Light and Roy Hyde. There you've seen him just in the background of the picture. We are watching Troy Radford and Brian Mescal Jr. make their way Up to Cody Terry, who's now digging on the inside of Dustin Ping. He's going to have the spot at the line. Great racing action up here at the front for third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all grouped up right there together. Those four drivers trying to jockey for position, see who can chase down Eric Blount, who might have what it takes to go up there and take that top spot from your front runner, Alan Westman. That 17 machine in the front of the field for 16 laps so far here tonight. 52 laps remaining in the National Autistic Society 130 live here on Turn 3 Racing Network from Charlotte Motor Speedway. The RFC NextGen K&N Series wants to say thank you, appreciate each and every one of you fans, viewers, friends, family out there watching tonight, supporting what they do. If you haven't already, go ahead, throw a thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell, get notified anytime we go live here on Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave Whirl up here in the booth, or Muth in the booth, or whether it's Rick, Chris, Danny Valenzuela, the Outlaw KR Stolfus, any of the guys back in the office. And completely lost train of thought right there. Completely blank. Shout out to all the guys back at the office for everything you do, all the help you provide each and every week for me. And shout out to all the viewers, fans, friendly. Yeah, you're friendly. Your friends and family. One of these days I'm going to take some speech lessons and possibly try to clean that end up. Who am I kidding? This is racing. You ain't got to be proper all the time. You just got to call the action that you see on track and give them what they want. And that's a battle right here for third place. Troy Radford trying to take that spot away from Cody Terry. Cody utilizing that high lane, trying to hang it out high, wide, and handsome. Brian Mescal Jr. trying to aid Radford, but not going to be able to do it. Cody Terry, high line, working through 1 and 2, back to the bottom through 3 and 4. Now Radford looking to the high lane, going through the tri-oval here, or quad-oval as some people would like to call it. I still call it a tri-oval. Radford now going to look to that high lane, see if he can pull off that move that Cody Terry just pulled on him. A little bit of learning lesson. Sometimes the student becomes the teacher. Radford surging down the backstretch with the spot. Not much to see up at the front. Alan Westman still has an 0.8 of a second race lead over Eric Blount. Troy Radford still 1 second behind Blount, so no trouble right there. Cody Terry falling victim to not only Radford, but now Brian Mescal Jr. digging on the bottom of the racetrack after contact with the outside wall. Cody Terry gonna fall through the field just a little bit. Your front begin to stretch it out between themselves. We'll go a little bit further through the field. Join this battle. That's for 7th through 10th. Dustin Ping, Gordon Larson Jr. right there as well. Roy Hyde at the front of this 4-car scrum in his 00, getting the job done so far here tonight. Great run by Roy and his crew, and Dustin Ping, great run. Kind of up and down day out there for Dustin so far. His days looked a little something like this. Started in 7th, has fell back to 9th. Currently running in the 9th position, so a little bit of an up and down day here for the one machine. He's going to try to see if he can't get back up there to the top spot. Do keep in mind he's led 5 laps out there tonight, so he's had his car at the front of the field. He's going to look to try to see if he can't put it back at the front, whether it's with strategy or not. Do appreciate that, Brandon. Miss you on track, bud. Hope you're coming back for the 2020 season. coming soon here to Turn 3 Racing Network for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. We're going to continue it on here with all the great racing action for you. It's going to be one heck of a show once again. Everything's still in the working, so we'll keep it hush-hush, right? Shh. Nobody has to know. Shh. Shh. Don't tell anybody. Field continues to work under green flag conditions, 31 laps on some of the tires for the drivers out there. Looks like most of the field on 24-lap old tires. Troy Radford leads that group of drivers with the fresh tires on right now, running in the third position, but he is slowly but surely reeling in that 6 of Eric Blount. So Troy Radford doing what he's got to do, trying to get the job done, getting everything he can out of the car, trying to go up there and lead the race, win the race, gain all the points he can on Katie Osmond, because Osmond, we'll take a look at him one more time. Here he is way back in the field, 14th position, battling with Damon Cox in the 57 for the 13th and 14th position. Travis Arthur right there behind them for 15th. So Osmond in some trouble now, giving up a lot of ground in the point standings if this race were to be called right now due to rain over halfway in tonight's race. So this would be an official race should we get a huge thunderstorm roll through. A few storms coming through Charlotte Motor Speedway area here in Concord, North Carolina over the weekend. So luckily track staying clear here for us today. Osmond with some struggle in front of him, but he's the type of driver that's willing to try to chase down that fight. Meanwhile, back up at the front, gonna join this battle for what will be the second spot, as Troy Radford has begun to reel in Eric Blount. That's gonna be the battle for second, and just in front of them, Alan Westman finally being able to get by the 77 of Lance Yancey. Can your second and third place runners make their way by just as easy? Utilizing a little bit of the draft, the 77 moves out of the way. Your front runner's going to make their way by them. Brian Mescal Jr. back there in fourth, 1.3 seconds behind Radford. So big gap to make up for Brian Mescal Jr. if he's going to want a shot at winning another race here this season. Mescal Jr. going to victory lane 2 times so far this season, but as I say, going to victory lane 2 times so far this season. We're taking an eye, keeping a peek at that 49 of Troy Radford. He's been to victory lane multiple times this season. Back-to-back race weekends, winning weekends for Radford the last 2 times out on track for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. Now digging to the bottom, looking for the second spot, and Radford wants more at the line. He's going to clear down going into turn 1, and the gap has shrunk to the top spot. Alan Westman going to be looking in his rear view mirror very, very shortly, as Radford has took that second spot and sets his sights on Alan Westman. Tell you what, we'll take a look, take a gander, see what's happening down on track with that 49. Very, very, very interesting. As we watch Brian Mescal Jr. in the 33 machine make his way around the field, your top 3 all in tow up there at the front, battling for your race lead. As we continue under green flag conditions, these drivers gonna need to hit pit road very soon. 97 laps in the book so far here tonight. 34 laps remaining out here for the National Autistic Society 130, live from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And these drivers are putting on one heck of a show out there tonight. That is absolutely for sure. Drivers now hitting pit road. Alan Westman on pit road. Brian Mescal Jr. onto pit road. Green flag pit stops underway here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we'll watch Westman hit his pit box, and then we will continue around with a few other drivers, see how the things shake out here tonight for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. Troy Radford, you see him now hitting pit road as well. He's got help with Eric Blunt just behind him. Roy Hyde. Troy was coming to pit road as Roy was staying on the track. Thomas Light leading the race right now, few tenths of a second in front of Roy Hyde. There you see the 98 of Thomas Light trying to steal a point or two here by leading a lap late in tonight's race. Lap 99 out of 130 scheduled here in tonight's official race distance. Looks like all of these drivers gonna stay out on track. Few other drivers hitting pit road once again, so we'll keep our eye on Troy Radford. He is being scored the first car, one lap down in the 6th position, as your top 5 are still remaining out on track, trying to go the long route, trying to utilize the long run, have the freshest tires at the end of the run. See if it works for him. The 98 coming to pit road. Looks like the 00 of Roy Hyde also hitting pit road. Looks like all of the drivers here coming down pit road that had stayed out on track, so we will rejoin the race. And looks like a driver up there almost into that outside wall. Looks like that's Dustin Ping. Actually into that outside wall it was. Brian Mescal Jr. making his way by him. Troy Radford has already made his way by. Alan Westman was on pit road very early. There you see him running in the 6th spot. Now things are going to cycle on through. See what happens here, how it all shakes out. Looks like Justin Walters now in front of the field with some fuel strategy. He's going to lead the field right now. There you see him still staying out on track. Justin and his 46 machine getting the job done, putting it where it needs to be, trying to utilize the fuel strategy here in his 46. Justin showing us a little bit of his magic skills here tonight, being the magic man. Now you see him, now you don't. What do you know? Look at that. Gone once again was that 46. Magic tricks all night long for Justin Walters as he continues to lead this race here tonight. Alan Westman about 26 seconds behind, and now Justin Walters slow. Gonna hit the apron, hit pit road this time by Eric Blount going by. Eric gave up a ton of time on track as Alan Westman going to regain your race lead, and he has got quite a gap back to Cody Terry, almost a half a second. He's dealing with Troy Radford right there. Great job by Cody Terry and his pit crew to get him out and in position that he is right there in front of Radford. Now they're going to try to chase down once again that 17 of Alan Westman, who will lead the field once again, crossing the line that time by. That will be another lap led, 34 in the book for Alan Westman. Battle behind Westman rages on between Radford and Terry, but don't look now. The 33 Superman AC Delco, Chevy Arca Menards, K&N Series, Chevy Impala, riding back to the rear bumper of Cody Terry. Brian Mescal Jr. trying to go up there and steal a podium spot away here late in the race. 26, now make it 25 laps remaining here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 106 out of 130 scheduled here tonight in official race distance. That's 189 miles around this very fast 1.45 mile track here in Concord, North Carolina. And Brian Mescal Jr. right there digging on the bottom, gonna take the spot away, put Brian Mescal Jr. into the podium position. He's gonna run into the third spot. I know what a lot of people think and say, well, there's no podium in NASCAR. Well, there's podium when you got Dark Side Dave in the booth, and that's the way it is. That's what's up, and that's what's happening. Top three doing a whale of a job out there tonight. Alan Westman continuing to click off the laps. He's close to being able to overtake Katie Osmond and steal a point away for leading the most laps. Led Brian Mescal Jr. almost into the outside wall with the right rear quarter there of that 33 machine. Another 11 laps for Westman, and he can take that point away. But he's going to want to take all the points away, and Troy Radford going to try to see what he can do about it. He's running in second now, 1 second behind Westman, as Westman beginning to open up a gap on the field just a little bit here tonight. A little further back through the field, Dustin Penning, Thomas Light, Roy Hyde right there. That's 6th, 7th, 8th position. Just behind them, Gordon Larson Jr. running in 9th. 10th spot, the 38 of Derek Robinson. 11th, Michael Massengill. 12th, K.D. Osmond. K.D. Osmond, your points series leader. Trouble, left front damage, and he has been stuck at the middle of the pack since that moment forward. There you see him, damage to that left front tire showing. That's not a good sign. I'm sure the car's not turning the way he wants it to turn. Running now in the 12th spot, giving up a ton of ground in the points to the second place runner, Troy Radford. This is what he needs, but what he wants even more is to go up there, battle that 17 of Alan Westman, as we have 20 laps remaining here tonight in the National Autistic National Autistic Society 130, presented by Damon Cox. Damon out there on track in his 57 machine. Want to give a big special shout out to Damon and all he does, not just here with us at Turn 3 Racing Network or the RFC or NextGen Racing, but elsewhere with his fight for autism awareness. Hats off, my man. One of the best guys you ever want to meet. I've met him on many occasions. Damon, hats off to you, bud. Salute you for all you do. Thank you for all you do. Nice to see you running good out there on track, running in the 12th position here tonight. Good run for that 57 crew. Want to give a few other shout outs for the race before the end of the evening. Lucky Finn Project. Also want to give a shout out to Relentless Wrestling. Let's see who else. Let's see who else we can fit in here. Mug Root Beer, Whoppers, Dr. Pepper, Red Dot Storage, Milner Media and Design, 946 Designs, Justin Walters and Travis Smith. Go check them out on Facebook. 946 Designs for all your iRacing paint job needs and wants. They got it. You need it. They're beasts on the brush. I promise they won't let you down. Let's see, who else can we throw a quick shout out and thanks to? Jags, Miss Linda, everybody out there on the viewing side. We appreciate and love you coming in each and every race here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 16 laps remaining, and Alan Westman has got a fight on his hands. Troy Radford has closed the distance as we were shouting out and throwing some love out there in the air. Radford now may not show any love for the 17. Looking to the outside now off of 3. Gonna have the run right there on the bumper through the front stretch. Back across the line, Alan Westman still going to lead the race, but Radford right there in tow. Looking to the inside just a little bit, not going to put it there just yet. He's going to fall in line off of 2. Looking to the outside now, Westman covers Radford to the bottom. Side by side, door to door, half lane between them. Radford digging on the bottom, not letting up is Westman. Back to the stripe, put Radford to the top of the charts. He's going to lead that lap as Alan Westman going to yield the spot, now fall in line. Try to see if he can go up there and battle for that top spot once again. Maybe just watch, learn, take a different line, learn a different entry, and try to utilize that for a late race pass. Try to go up there and take that top spot away from Troy Radford once again. And what Radford just did, Radford cut off that run towards the most laps led for Westman. Westman sitting at 46 laps led here tonight. Katie Osmond gonna get the point right now with 48 laps in the book for himself. So, and Radford into the wall a little bit there, getting into turn 3. That's going to hurt the aerodynamics of that car. That's going to allow Alan Westman almost into the wall off of 4. Brian Muskell Jr. may be sitting there in the catbird seat back there in the 3rd spot. These top 2 drivers pushing the limits of their cars as it gets late in the race, and it could fall right in the hands of that 33 machine of Brian Muskell Jr., who's still digging, still has about a 1 second gap between himself and your second place runner, Alan Westman, who's got 3/10 to the driver leading this race, the 49 of Troy Radford. Can he make it a three-peat, a triple threat? Can he put it all on the line and make the run for the championship the right way? He's got a strong case going on for him late in this season for the RFC NextGen K&N Series. That 49 machine, the Lucky Finn project, on board on the hood with Radford. He is doing one heck of a job leading the field back around. Gonna be 10 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as the field works their way around the track for lap 121 out of 130 scheduled here tonight in the official race distance. Do keep in mind, as it looks like there's not very many close battles, a late race caution could change everything. We've got one attempt at a green-white checkered should we need it, and Radford hoping we don't need it. Brian Muskell Jr. may be thinking, I might want it. Radford crossing the stripe once again, maintaining that half a second race lead over Alan Westman, but now right on the rear bumper of Westman is Brian Muskell Jr. Can Brian Muskell Jr. go up there and grab that second spot away? He's going to try to as they work their way back into turn 3. A little bit of a wiggle there on entry from Brian Muskell Jr. 33 digging now on exit, looking to gain ground. Alan Westman almost into the wall. Now the 33 going to the bottom through the tri-oval back into 1. battle for second spot. We continue under green flag conditions. Little bit of a bobble there, little bit of a connection issue look like there for the 17, and that's going to put Brian Maskell Jr. into the second spot. Can he go in there and chase down that 49 of Troy Radford and steal a race win away from Radford? Radford may be playing a little bit of possum, playing it a little bit safe, wanting to make sure he gets to the end of this thing, not wanting to overstep the boundaries. 26 laps on the tires for your race leader, 27 on the laps behind him. No need to worry about the tires at this point in time. It's whether or not you want to make it, whether you're willing to go. Brian Maskell Jr., can he get to the front? 6 laps remaining. 5 laps when we cross the line this time. Looks like Radford's got his sights on another race win, but more importantly, an eye on the championship. 14 points separated himself from KD Osmond coming into tonight's race, and Osmond not having the best of days back in 12th. Radford sitting at the point at the top of the field. That's going to give him a great jump in the points and possibly the points lead with just 2 races remaining before it's all said and done. 2 races, and we will crown our champion here in the RFC Next Gen K&N Series. Now Alan Westman digging back to the bottom on Brian Maskell Jr., making the pass and back into second spot there for Alan Westman. Troy Radford liking what he's seeing. He has stepped it out to a 1.3 second race lead. Well in tow for that 49 is a triple crown. I'm going to call it a triple crown. A three-peat. Not very many people can say they have won 3 races in the series, but 3 races in a row. Heck of a season going on there for Troy Radford. And it looks like these drivers at the front playing a little flip-flop switch watch. Look at that. Brian Maskell Jr. going back in front of Alan Westman. Westman looking to utilize the run. He'll look back inside, going down the front stretch. Not going to happen. Not going to be there just yet. Now looking, going into 1. Nope, pass not going to be there. He'll stay in line for turn 1 and 2, but he'll look to try to make the move down the back stretch, and they'll switch up the position once again. Not going to happen that time by either. Maybe Alan Westman trying to bait in Brian Maskell Jr. a little bit here. Leader crosses the line. 1 to go. Presented by NextGen Racing Series in partnership with Racing for a Cause. Do want to thank each and every one of the admins and series owners coming together for this RFC NextGen K&N Series. Heck of a job on all you guys do behind the scenes, and heck of a job by this man right here on screen, taking the Lucky Finn Project, Arca Menards K&N Series Chevy Impala to victory lane for the 3rd time in 3 weeks. The Fast 49 of Troy Radford gets the job done once again, and he will go celebrate, I am sure. Little bit of congratulations there by Brian Maskell Jr. He had a heck of a race, finishing in the 2nd position, and we will let Troy Radford enjoy his time here for just a moment. We'll keep an eye on him as we get things set up here in the booth for your post-race interviews. Gonna let you have a little bit of that celebration out there tonight by Troy Radford. Heck of a job by him and his crew. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back here on Turn 3 Racing Network. And back live trackside here, Charlotte Motor Speedway, RFC NextGen K&N Series, National Autistic Society, 130 presented by Damon Cox in the books. It's all said. It's all done. Walking away in third place here tonight. Not available for a post-race interview. Prior obligations and situations for Alan Westman. So that's 17. Walking away with a great finishing spot here tonight in the third spot. After coming up through the field on a great run out there. Now we will see if we can't get in a word or two with the driver who walked away in the second spot out there tonight. Let's see if we can't get in a word with the driver of the 33 machine, Brian Mescal Jr. You got us?
Yes, sir.
My man, haven't talked to you in a while. What's up? What's happening?
Not much, man. Trying to run with that 88 and that 49.
Well, man, the 33 was in good form here tonight. Had a little bit of an issue earlier. Worked your way back through the field, back up to the front. Not quite where you wanted to finish tonight, but nonetheless a better finish than what you had been having. Does it give you any confidence knowing that you can still run up there when you need to?
Yeah, man. It's been aggressive the last couple of weeks, and as I just told my spotter earlier, you can about always count on me to bring out one of them cautions. It's because I drive it in so much deeper than a lot of guys. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun tonight. I'm glad I was able to keep the nose on it on that one deal. I don't know who it was I got into, but it was a good night. Got lucky a couple times, which that's racing. That's kind of what you got to do.
Well, man, nonetheless, walking away with a great finish here tonight in the National Autistic Society 130 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Brian, I know you're close to home, want to go celebrate at home with the wife and enjoy the rest of your night. So before we let you go, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, Troy Radford on the great run and what he does and what he has done for this series. And Mud Damon Cox has been there with him. Turned this deal around for us. It's a huge deal, and I really want to thank them for that. And of course, Jags, my biggest fan, for always watching. My wife for letting me do this, and you for putting on the show, man. Appreciate it.
All right, well, there you have it. Some words from the driver walking away in the second spot out there tonight. And now we will see if we can't get a good shot in with your race winner. Third time in a row. Third time in 3 weeks, we get to talk to the always handsome, always fun, fast 49 of Troy Radford getting the job done. Three-peat, buddy. What do you got to say about that?
Whew, that's one of those. I'd rather be lucky than good, man.
Well, luck or not, man, a three-peat, that's a lot to say here, especially on a short run that we have in front of us for the championship. Very close points battle, and you're doing exactly what it takes. Is that the strategy from the 49 crew, is just go out and win the thing?
That's pretty much it, man. I mean, I was so far behind Dale like 5 weeks ago, and I really wasn't, I was missing something on pace. And there's a few things that I found in testing that have really turned it on. And, again, tonight I had some damage from an early incident on like lap 5 where I just really couldn't compete up there. I think I had about a 5th place car at best on the long run, and with the way it was early, and got my damage fixed. And Katie, I think he had an emergency and had to run out. And then as he was trying to gun it off pit road, he ended up getting into the wall and getting a little bit of damage, so killed himself. So, I think if he didn't have that happen, I don't think there's any way I would have beat him, not with the damage I had. So, the long run played into it. If we had short runs, I would have never had a chance. not with the damage. So the long runs played in, and we had a lot of cautions there at the beginning of the race, and like I told the guys, once it broke loose, it was a great race once it broke loose.
That it was, man. And you go through the times when cautions breed cautions. Did you have any thoughts at pulling a 2-tire strategy? We seen it somewhat work for the one of Dustin Ping. After that, it kind of fell all apart for him. But did tire strategy ever come into mind here tonight?
No, I'm here. I kind of knew the way that was going to play out, and I knew it was going to be a 4-tire. The only thing that was really in my mind was I had lap 100 in my mind. If I could get to lap 100, whether I was in front of Westman or not, I was going to pit, because I knew from there on, I knew I was a tick better than him on the long run. So I knew that if it was a 1 lap, I thought that I could be at least even. So the 1 lap would get me back ahead of him. He ended up pitting a lap ahead of me, but I nailed pit road entrance and really only lost about 8/10. So was really able to overcome that on the track. And me and Alan have had some great racing here lately, and we got underneath him. The inside's not really where you want to pass, but I was able to get there. He gave me just enough room, because it's going to push up on the bottom here. So he gave me just enough room to get that push out of it, and it was a great race.
Well, that it was, man. And once again, congratulations on not just winning here tonight, but a three-peat. I don't think I have, well, I know I haven't had a three-peat here in the RFC NextGen K&N Series, so mark it down. That's a historical marker here for yourself. And I was glad I was able to witness it. Before we let you go and celebrate, enjoy your race win. You want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
A big shout out, of course, to the Falcon team. We were missing a few guys tonight, and a lot of our guys had some really, really bad luck. So, big shout out to all of the guys at Falcon. Of course, Tyler wasn't able to be here tonight, but he's the fearless leader of our group. So, thank him for everything he does. Of course, National Kidney Foundation, as well as Lucky Finn Project. All of the guys here at Racing for a Cause and NextGen, with all the work they put in. All of the admin group, just constantly in the background doing stuff. And, right now we're planning for next season. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up here, and, hopefully have some news coming out here in the next few days about some things. So, just thank you guys for all you do in the booth, and all the racers for showing up. We've had a great season, and, a few little hiccups here and there, but dang, you look at the overall body of work, and it's just been some phenomenal racing.
All right, my man. Well, good luck as you head into next week, and we'll see if you can't grab 4 and then possibly make the drive for 5 in the championship. So once again, congratulations, Troy, and we'll catch up with you next Sunday night.
Thank you, sir.
There you have it, some final words from your race winner, the 49 of Troy Radford. And, well, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I mean, there's not very much left for us to do here trackside from a Charlotte Motor Speedway. So we'll do what we got to do. We'll do our official business as we get ready to head on out of here. We'll give you your running order for tonight's race, the way it all shook out. The Fast 49 of Radford gonna take the top spot here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Second place will go to the 33 of Brian Mescal Jr. and in third, the 17 of Alan Westman. The 98 of Thomas Light gonna go fourth here tonight in the National Autistic Society 135th spot. The 6 of Eric Blount. 6th spot goes to the 06, of the 01, I should say. I don't know, I had 6th on the brain. The 01 of Gordon Larson Jr. gonna walk away in 6th. 7th will go to the 00 of Roy Hyde. The 22 of Cody Terry walking away in 8th. 9th spot, the 3 of Michael Massengill, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight, the 38 of Derek Robinson. 11th goes to the 46 of Justin Walters. Katie Osmond gonna finish 12th after leading a handful of laps early here today. 86 of Travis Arthur gonna finish 13th. 14th will be the 57 of Damon Cox, the first car 1 lap down. 15th will be the 1 of Austin Ping. The 47 of Ray Rafford walking away in 16th. 17th, the 94 of Joshua Caudle. 18th, the 19 of Rick Reinert. 34 of Douglas Wasaki gonna finish in 19th. 20th, Lance Yancey. 21st will be Jeffrey Vandervoort and his 21 machine. The 83 of Brandon Medford gonna come home in 22nd. 23rd will be the 84 of Chris Medford. Chris Berg relegated back in the 24th finishing position. 25th tonight, the 45 of Brian Snare. Corey Walters finishing 26th. Rounding out your field here tonight, the 44 of Adam Novak. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all there is for us here tonight at Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us each and every time we go live. From myself, Dave Worrell, up in the booth, and everybody else back at Turn 3 Racing Network. You know, keep the ones you love close. Kiss them a little tighter. Hold them a little bit longer. Stay safe. Stay smart. We'll get by. We'll get back to what we love. You know, but we can't do it alone. We got to do it together. Appreciate you for coming out tonight. We'll catch up with you again here soon on Turn 3 Racing Network.